this is something I know a little bit about because I'm middle-aged. So I know a little bit about exercising through all different ages because I did it. Okay? And I made a lot of mistakes. Everybody does. Look at you. Go watch social media. There's nothing but mistakes on there. But
I don't have to watch it, Dottie. I lived
it. So I've been through all that. And what I've learned in all my mistakes and everything is everybody needs to kind of be here before they do anything crazy. That's how simple I can make it. Everybody needs to be at a set point, this balanced point, as balanced as you're going to be, where things are working the way they should while you're walking. Things are engaging the way they should for the most part. You're not having chronic pain. You're not having aches and pains. The food you're eating is doing the right things for you. It isn't causing inflammation on your body. All these things. And, like I said, addressing all those muscles and stuff and imbalances in your body, which most regular people have. I'm sorry. And probably most lifters, I would say, too, unless they're addressing it already, have imbalances, and they're probably working through their pain or working through their shit. Tom, how much pain have you worked through in your life in the gym?
I'm the king of pain.
King of pain!
Nice catch.
When you chuck it, I'm catching, bruh. No, but seriously, what do you you've had experience with that before? I know.
All the time.
And
it's always something. It's always something stupid too.
Yeah, like if you do all those warm-ups, you're feeling good. You grab that light set of like incline chest press, maybe. And then the next set, you grab that, you're like, this feels good. Yeah, I feel warmed up. I feel good. You get that little bit heavier. You come down, all of a sudden you got some pulling coming down from somewhere. And if does something just feels off, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? But you're like, dude,
here's another 6 weeks of doing, minimal bullshit now because all my progress is going down the toilet.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't go that far. Hopefully you're just stubborn enough where you move through it, but you make it worse.
Well, when it's your shoulder, if it's your shoulder or something like that, it's tied to like everything.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sucks. Like if you got something like that, it's tied to everything. You're pretty much out of commission or going super, super light and trying to like recover or try to like, work through it, do a lot of stretching and stuff like that, light stuff. But, that's when I was lifting heavy. But if you're not really lifting, heavy, even, you kind of want to stay light anyway and try to burn through it or higher repetitions, but really focusing on form and stuff like that. But yeah, I've had injuries where it wasn't even from working out. It's just from sleeping.
Sure.
Falling asleep a certain way and then waking up in the morning going, what the fuck?
Yep.
Now my neck is frozen for like 2 weeks. Like it's something stupid. It's just always something stupid. Or like playing catch with the kids, or you go to the pool and you can bring a football and you're fucking throwing that around, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh fuck, I think I threw it the wrong way. Now something's all tight here. What the hell? Like it's not always just from working out. So it just keeps coming, things keep happening from just from life in general.
Especially as you get older.
Of course, I never got injured when I was almost never injured when I was 20s, 30s, even to my 30s. I was great. Over 40.
And it doesn't get better. It's not going to get better unless you address the things now. If you don't address the things now, it's not going to get better. So I had that thing happen to me, and I talked about it in another episode. I'll say it real quick. I had that exact thing happen to me. I came down. I think it was only the 30-pound dumbbells. I came down. I felt the pull from my neck right to here.
Oh, yeah.
And then that also started causing a pull somewhere else. Well, I put the weights down. I did my magic on it for 2 minutes. Next thing I know, I'm banging out the 50s with no pain. 2 minutes with no stretching. Zero stretching.
Yeah, me, I'd be sidelined until I called you up.
Right. But I'm going to teach you, because I'm excited to say I'm going to announce it here. We don't know when, and we're going to follow it. Tom's going to do my program. He's going to be the first one to do the program that I'm on right now, that I created for my business, that I'm going to be releasing in the coming months, that I'm 75% through. And Tom's ready to start. So I'm excited, because you're not going to have these problems anymore. Even if you do, as soon as you say, ooh, I feel something off, you're going to know I'm going to do this thing. And it's going to make sure that doesn't happen. And then you retest it. And if it doesn't feel right, you move on to plan B and do a thing. But 99% of the time, as long as it wasn't an acute injury where you hurt yourself, it's just muscles. And I'm going to simplify this for everyone out there. It's just muscles not communicating with each other to move the thing efficiently or brace the thing efficiently, or all of the above. Most back pain is from people that aren't bracing their spine correctly. Everyone as they age has bulging discs, herniated discs. All this shit starts to happen as we age because of stupid things we do, of life, gravity, all those things. We all become shorter. We're not as tall as we were when we were 20. None of us are.
Gravity.
It comes down on you. That's why decompression every day, I feel, is super important. Whether it's in one of those things that hang you upside down, that never, or if you're hanging down from your hands, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. What?
The teeter table? The teeter table.
Yeah.
That's the one that hangs from your ankles, the inversion table, yeah.
Yeah, inversion.
Yeah, same name.
I like teeter better. But if you should be doing that every single day. But the minute you do these things and wake up your body and get it balanced again, bro, I sleep better. I don't wake up with back pain. Bro, I don't wake up with back pain. I don't have the weird pain I had. I'm able to deadlift and squat barbell with no problems, with some weight. I'm still careful because I don't want anything to happen because my body's weird with shit, so I have to be careful for me. Again, it's an individual thing. The program works to fit for you as an individual. I have to make sure or I will fuck something up. When I'm going heavy, when I'm doing heavy things, I really have to concentrate. I have to brace the right things and gaze the right things. Because also, I have nobody to spot me. That's why I have rubber plates. I eat the shit right off of me on the ground. I would never. I know better. But you're never as strong as you are with a spot. And that's 100% true. I've seen a person, and I've done it. I've done my own tests on my clients, like a mad scientist. What I do is I watch them struggle through a set. I grab that same weight with them. They'll struggle around the same rep, but this time I'll say, I'm here. They'll get 5 more reps out on their own. Just because they know the fear is gone and they know I'm there. And it's almost like that gives them a burst of strength and confidence. And they're able to pretty much, it's still work. It's still hard, but they're able to still do it. It's not an issue.
Yeah, because you get scared, man. You don't want to drop that thing on your head.
Right. Unless you have safeguards
or on your chest or something like that, and you're stuck. Yeah. But most people
here's a trivia question. Failure. If you're benching by yourself, clips or no clips?
No clips, so you could get the weight off.
Very good, sir. Never everyone out there.
Because then you would just let it go to the left or the right.
Yep.
Left to the right, let them fall off, and then you got to just throw the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck the bar, fuck the plate. All matters is you.
Fuck yeah. That's right.
That's it. And when you're squatting, back squatting, especially if you have rubber plates, you lose it, you push it off and try to go forward. You just let it go. Some scratches on your back, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Because if you start getting like this, you saw that video of that guy squatting, going for a PR, and the guy wasn't spotting him right. It rolled on his neck and decapitated him. An internal decapitation. Dude, the weight, and there's video of it. It's bad, dude. He loses it and buckles, and then his head goes forward and it rolls, and his spine, his neck just went. Nothing came out. It was internal, and he was dead. He was gone, and he had a spotter, and he
fucking
died, dude. Young guy in his 20s, powerlifter.
Holy shit, that's fucked
Internal
up.
decapitation, dude. Basically, his head was cut off without his head being cut off. He was held on by skin.
He had like
and muscle.
Yeah, he had like he got facilitated.
Done.
Wow, that's fucked up.
They facilitated his neck.
He fucking almost blew himself, probably too.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. It's crazy, dude. So I know I got off on a little bit of a tangent, but what I've learned, doing all this,
in other words, he was decaffeinated.
He was decaffeinated, motherfucker.
Like you.
I'm decaffeinated right now. I've been for the last month.
That's crazy.
And again, speaking of that, quick shout out on that. I feel great. Like I said in my past episodes, maybe I'll even this time do a little more work and put the thing up here where you can, or over there, up in that corner where you can get that video where I talked about it. About around the 3 to 4 week mark is when you start feeling great. Sure enough, around the 4th week, I have more energy. I'm sleeping good. I'm able to go to sleep. I don't want to stay up as late as I was because I'm tired. Everything is great. I started adding back food. I think I might have a slight dairy issue. I don't know though.
Really?
It might not be enough to make me not want to have it. I might just deal with spaghetti every now and then because I love cheese. But I don't need to. I could live without it. I could have sheep milk Parmesan. I could have that. That's different. That'd probably be fine on my stomach if I really want cheese. You know what I mean? So it's not like I can't have cheese. So, but if once in a while on a cheeseburger, dude, I'm having bread and cheese. I'll sit in the toilet an extra 10 minutes every now and then.
Did you add eggs yet or no?
No, that's Monday. I needed to do it this way because
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, because I was having eggs every day.
Because I can't live without eggs either. I eat them all fucking day long.
Yeah. So I needed to have bread and cheese figured out because tomorrow I'm so excited. I promise I'm going to take videos and pictures and everything, but I'm going to see Ghost and Amon Amarth tomorrow, so I'm really freaking pumped to get out of the house and go see some good metal bands and some good stage shows. I'm excited. So, but it's me and my wife and another couple are going, and I was gonna pick up In-N-Out before we go. So I had to have burgers figured out before Friday. So, I think I'll be fine. I didn't have any immediate reactions, like where I had constipation or stomach cramps, or I started itching all over right away. I didn't have any of that. But 24 hours later, things weren't they were before I had the thing. So I say either my body wasn't used to processing it again, so let me give it one more shot on Friday just to see, or I shouldn't have it all the time. But again, I'm pretty happy what I'm doing. Body fat is dropping, and the program's working, man. I'm going to be 49 next month. And I'm feeling better than I have in a long time. Physically.
That's good.
Amazing. So I'm really happy that Tom's going to try it out and give you his honest opinion because, I'm probably going to be biased because I am the one who put all this together. Again, I didn't create anything. I just, did all this research, took all this information from a lot of places, tried it out with clients and myself, see what works, and now I'm putting it into an easy to follow program. So anyone, whether you're male, female, dog, cat, 100 or 3, you could do this program and get benefits of moving better and getting back to that balance point where then you could decide, I want to stay here. I'm happy being healthier, and that's as far as I want to go and maintain it. Or you decide you got a new goal. I feel so good. Now I'm going powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit, or any of those things. But you make that choice then, but you're going to have all those benefits of moving better, being out of chronic pain, being able to, if you get injured, get out of it quicker, better at the end of it than you were if you didn't do anything. Because there's ways to treat injuries as well that we talked about in another episode. So taking all that in consideration to put this whole thing together, it does not matter how old you are or when you started working out. I've seen and watched things about people starting in their 80s, 70s, and having the benefits of just after a year, 6 months to a year of doing it on a consistent basis, having benefit like they've been doing it for years. The science shows what the benefits of good exercise is, not stupid movement. Let's separate the two. There's a lot of stupid movements out there, but there's a lot of good exercises and that transfer over to, honestly, I'm not going to say the F word. I'm not going to say functional. I said it, but I hate that word. It's been butchered.
Oh, I thought it was facilitation.
That word I'll say. But functional, it's been butchered and used by every marketing thing in the world, and it still is. Just look at Mark and F45. You know he owns stake in F45, right? You heard of them trading places? Maybe they don't have them in Jersey.
No.
There's one right up the street,
I don't know dick about F45.
It's basically a boot camp place. Like everyone needs another one of those. There's one right up by my house. F45. But
I don't know that.
What I'm saying, and again, I get off on tangents. Sorry, everybody, but that's probably why you're going to listen to us anyways, the tangents. But what I'm saying is, no matter when you start, you need to start. You need to get your body back to a balanced state. And here's what you're not going to have: high medical bills. Unless you're really clumsy, you're not going to have high medical bills. I can guarantee you that. And you got a better shot of a longer life. That much I can guarantee you too. But here's what I'm going to tell you. The information is simple and very easy to understand and very easy to perform. But to be consistent is going to be the hardest part. And again, exercise tends to put you in an uncomfortable situation. You tend to be burning muscles, or something might hurt because your body's not used to moving that way, which always gets addressed. But that's also normal movement. Your body's not used to moving a certain way. Give it a second to get used to it. So you just need to get movement in your life. Make sure you're not eating any shit that's going to mess with your gut. Because again, the science shows that the gut is very important for so many functions in the body. So many. And if it's off, it's going to affect so many things. And you can take all the probiotics in the world, but if you're constantly eating stuff that's going to kill them off and inflame them, aren't you always behind the 8 ball then? You're always behind the 8 ball. You need to figure out what the hell your body doesn't like and make a compromise with yourself. Figure out what you can eat and eat that. And once in a while, if it's not too bad of a reaction, more of a sensitivity, you sit in the toilet for an hour after you eat every now and then. You make that choice, but at least you have power over your body again. Your body doesn't have power over you. You have power over your body. Wow, I'm on like a TED Talk. I'm going to end it on that. Power to the body.
That's right.
Any last words on your about this subject from you, Tom?
Um, Not really. I'm just looking forward to the elimination thing because I've had like bad skin most of my life, very sensitive skin, but I feel like as I gotten older, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And the only thing that seemed to help it was when I'm doing some kind of probiotic regimen or like natural fermented foods like kimchi or sauerkraut. If I take that all the time, I feel like my skin clears up. So
Yeah.
there's something to be said for that, and I'm fucking sick of my goddamn skin. In plain English, I'm sick of it. I didn't tell you about my worst part of my vacation, which is the worst part of every summer now for me. Every time I go swimming, my eczema flares up. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to something in pool chemicals, I think.
It's the chlorine.
I flare up. I flare up everywhere, bro. It fucking sucks. And it's like I love to be in the water swimming. I sweat like a fucking whore in church, so I need to be in the water, or I'm
Yeah, to
sweating
cool
like
off.
crazy. To cool
Yeah.
off. I want to be in the water. I'm like my daughter's the same way as me. She wants to be in the water all day long.
You're a fish.
I'm the same way, and it drives me crazy that I cannot swim anymore. And it's just like the whole thing. But I'm like, why is it tied to my gut that all of a sudden it helps my eczema go away, and my flare ups so much less when I'm eating sauerkraut or taking a good probiotic, which is hard to find these days. And I feel like the elimination diet too. On top of that, I've noticed there are triggers when I'm not swimming. Like one time, for instance, somebody had this like really rare like German chocolate that had like cornflakes in it, and I'm like, oh wow, that sounds cool. I'll try it. Like it's not some Americanized shit. It's something from over in Europe. Yeah, it's bougie chocolate. I'll try it. I tried it within 15 minutes to a half an hour. I was itching all over.
Yeah, dude, it's
All
crazy.
of a sudden,
All of my
all of my eczema flared up like crazy. And this is somebody who doesn't eat sugar. So I almost never eat sugar unless it's natural sugars from fruits or something like that. But I never eat sugar ever. And this chocolate obviously has sugar in it. It wasn't like it had like stevia in it or monk fruit. Like it was freaking regular chocolate. So was it the cocoa? Was it the sugar? I don't know. But whatever it was set me off. And I was scratching all night to the point that I was bleeding. Like, scratching the shit out of myself. In my sleep, I'll scratch because it's itchy and you're sleeping, you're subconscious, you don't know, and you're unconscious. You don't realize that you're scratching. You wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, I'm all scabbed up. Like, I must have really been itchy last night. It was like getting attacked by a million mosquitoes. I hate it. And so the elimination diet is absolutely what I need to do because I need to figure this out. My gut is definitely inflamed by certain things, and I need to root out exactly what it is. And not to mention, I mean, the elimination diet in and of itself, just the focus of elimination. There's a lot of people out there now that are doing they're calling themselves fruitarians and they're eating only fruit. And is it the fruit that's doing it, or is it just the fact that they're eliminating everything else that's not natural? Fruit's obviously natural, but everything else is not natural, so it's an elimination thing.
I don't mean to interrupt,
the fruit doing it.
Remember where you're at in the story, but think about this. You have a diet that says everything just about is the thing. So what does that tell you? You got carnivore, you got fruitarians, you got vegans. What does that tell you? Have a little bit of each of them, and you're set.
Yeah, but something in there is inflaming you and messing you up, and you're allergic.
And here's the sucky part too. And here's where the elimination diet, unless you have access to certain things and you're really good, you don't know that there could be a chemical in something you're eating that is triggering, and that's the thing that's screwing with you. So it might not be the bread itself.
Yeah.
It might be something they put in the bread that is a trigger. So it might not necessarily be the gluten, because if you had bread, homemade bread, that's just wheat and water, basically, and eat that and compare it to bread that you buy at the store, it's a lot different, dude. And it depends where you get the wheat.
Yeah.
If you get the wheat from Europe or heirloom wheat, I think it's called, or something, that's different than if you just go, oh yeah, give me wheat. It's a lot
Or
different.
like, what about like or Ezekiel bread, right? Or sprouted wheat or whatever, like
Yeah,
sprouted.
if you make it
right?
yourself, again, you got to watch who's making it.
Well, Ezekiel bread's supposed to be like really, really like bare bones, like, based on the Bible, like super,
You know,
all natural, like non-GMO, right?
any
Stuff like that.
corporation could ruin a wet dream, dude. Remember that.
Well, yeah, it's still a business. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They'll cut corners when they can to make a buck.
And unfortunately, your well-being isn't brought under consideration.
It isn't?
I'm sorry to tell you, bro. I hate the breaking news. But